All right, now we're recording. So again, we are an all daylight train that keeps you busy all day long with our hosts on board. And then we transport you to hotels to spend the night. We are partnered with 4- and 5-star hotels. We're going to take a look at that today. And we hand you your room keys while you're on board with us, and we transport your luggage from hotel room to hotel room. So 95% of the time, you will not have to lift your luggage. Once you get your boarding pass with us, we will go ahead and pick your luggage up in your room. On the off chance that Kamloops, our hotel partners, don't have enough staff on any particular given day, you might just have to bring your luggage down to the lobby, but that's as far as that you will have to take it. So it really is sort of an elevated service for you. We are not trying to get anywhere quickly. We travel at a gentle 35 to 40 miles per hour. We want to make sure that you're not missing anything. You have all this incredible, majestic beauty around you. And if there's wildlife that comes out, or we're going over a 300-foot bridge, it is amazing for you just to be able to get some pictures and some video footage and just be able to take in all the beauty that is surrounding you. And I do want to mention that we do not have Wi-Fi on board. So that is by design. We will never have Wi-Fi on board. We want you all to do sort of a tech detox while you are with us. Our hosts on board are going to take very good care of you. And really, we don't want anybody's faces in their sort of techie ecosystem. We want you enjoying all the scenery that you cannot get to any other way. You can't get there by foot, by car. Really, you can just get there by train and these tracks that were built a very long time ago. So that is sort of the breakdown of us. You will be traveling in these incredible glass dome coaches that you have the ability to see everything. In Canada, everything is very sort of upward facing. And in the America Southwest, everything is sort of outward facing. So we have got these beautiful domed coaches. And I've been on these coaches when it's raining, when it's snowing. I don't know how they do it. We maintain them every Monday, but you can see out of these windows just perfectly. And as you can see, they're quite spacious. And we're going to take a look at that again when we get a little bit further down the line. Also, our food on board, we have locally inspired cuisine. Chef Caleb is in the upper left-hand corner there. He's our executive chef, and he has done a fantastic job of sort of thematically curating all of these incredible dishes that will be served to you. You're going to have breakfast, you're going to have lunch, you're going to have pre and post breakfast snacks, pre and post lunch snacks. We feed you all day long. You are not going to be hungry when you get off the train. And even if you are hungry, we will probably feed you some more before you get off the train. So the food on board is fantastic. We do wine pairings. We have whiskey tastings. Everything, again, is regionally sourced and locally inspired. So the food on board is absolutely fantastic. I just like to throw in a lot of pictures of food. We also have world-class hospitality. Our hosts on board are incredible. They are going to take very good care of you and probably will know your name within, I'm going to say, the first hour that you join with us. So they are fun, they're funny, they come back to us every year, they're seasonal. Again, we only run April through November, so we are just getting into the season. And they take such fantastic care. As a matter of fact, I was just on board with 50 guests. And the number one thing that everybody was commenting on was how amazing the hosts are, how well they take care of you, how much attention they have to detail. So they are just fantastic, and they will greet you and take very good care of you. I also like to touch on the social aspect of being on board with us. You know, up in the right-hand corner, that was me. And I was experiencing Rocky Mountaineer for the first time. And I thought, oh, I'm just going to take this in. I'm just going to sit by myself and sort of take notes and just sort of absorb everything. And no. I'm going to say after that first mimosa, the social aspect on board starts very quickly. People start getting up, introducing themselves. And this group of 4 ladies and one of their husbands right there just sort of enveloped me and brought me into their circle. And they kept me with them the whole entire time. But they were a hoot, And Tia right there in the front in the pink, she was from Australia, and just we had a great time. So you really will meet people from all over the world. And what I like to say is that you will have friends at the end of your trip that you didn't know you needed. And it is really just a super unique, fun way to travel. And train travel is very popular right now. Again, we are more of an experience. We're not like transportation. So we're not trying to get you anywhere fast. Again, we just have a very set experience for you just to relax and enjoy and take in all the breathtaking views around you. So we have two levels of service in the Canadian Rockies. The first is our Gold Leaf service, and this is our custom designed bi-level coaches. So you will be traveling, sitting upstairs in these coaches, and then we take you downstairs for lunch and for breakfast. And we take the first half of the coach down for breakfast while the other half is getting their pre-breakfast snacks. And then we reverse that once the breakfast is completed. And we do the same on the first day for lunch. And then on day 2, we reverse that. We take the back half of the coach down first for breakfast and lunch so that nobody feels left out. But again, we are feeding you all day long, and it is fantastic food. This is just a great shot of the bi-level domed coaches. You can see everything is very upward facing here in Canada, and our hosts are telling stories. It is very spacious in there. This is a really good shot and a really good representation of what it looks like. And it's just an elevated way for you to experience these parts of the world that, again, you really can't get to any other way. So when you are dining with us, you are going to have a full menu that you can choose from. We have, I think, 3 to 5 items for breakfast. Again, very thematic, very upscale and elevated. And then for lunch, we have about 5 or 6 items that you can choose from. And they are all fantastic. I mean, you cannot go wrong with anything that you choose. Again, I like to just put some great food shots in here because this is literally what you will be served with wine pairings. We're going to go back one. And as you can see, it is a made to order environment. So chef will come out and introduce him or herself, and everything is made to order. We have galleys on board. We have chefs on board. Chef Caleb has everyone, right on track with how everything is to be prepared. And it is made to order for you. So if you like your salmon cooked one way or your filet cooked, one way, we will absolutely take care of that for you on board. In our Gold Leaf service, we also have an outdoor viewing platform, and the outdoor viewing platform is amazing. It is such a great way to get a breath of fresh air, get up, move around, walk around. It fits about 15 people in Gold Leaf service, so it is quite large. This is a super great picture of me, and then off to the right with my new friends. But I like to put this in because when you're on the train with us, you are going to be experiencing all of these incredible engineering feats, and you're going to be going through tunnels, and you're going to want to be out there to see the wildlife, to experience these tunnels. When we're going over 300-foot bridges, you are going to want to be out there taking pictures, taking video. And in the Canadian Rockies, there is one section that we call the spiral tunnel. So you are actually going up into a mountain on a grade that is a spiral, and it is very cool to be able to stand on the platform and just get some video footage, some pictures out there. Just the viewing platforms are fantastic, and the air in Canada is like nothing I've ever experienced before. It is the freshest air that I have ever breathed, even more so than Alaska. If you have been to Alaska, it's actually quite unique. We are somewhat accessible. Our crew is trained for accessibility. They are very aware of all food allergies. We take great pride in taking very good care of our guests who have specific needs and specific requests. We do have a lift on our Gold Leaf service coaches that will get you from the upper level to the lower level. Like I said, the dining room is downstairs. You're going to be sitting upstairs. So we do have those capabilities. And if you are in need of a wheelchair, we do have a wheelchair on board that is big enough to fit down the aisle of our motor coach, our rail coaches, so that you can move about while you're on board. So that's our Gold Leaf service in Canada. We also have our Silver Leaf service in Canada, and these are single level coaches. I love the single level coaches. Gold leaf service is an elevated service. And if that is where you want to sit, I love that for you. You are going to, it is an experience. You will not come back with any complaints. Let me just say that. On the Silverleaf, things start to happen a little bit faster in the social environment, which I truly appreciate. After that first mimosa, people really are getting up and walking around, meeting people. As you can see, the seats are a little bit lower. They're a little bit shorter, so it's easier to sort of see all the people around you and meet them a little bit faster than normal. But in Silverleaf, everything is going to be happening, excuse me, in the comfort of your seat. So you will be served all of your meals, all of your drinks in the comfort of your seat. And you will see that that is very spacious. We still use china, we still use linens, we still use all glassware. It's still a very amazing elevated service. Same menus, same chefs, same galleys. The only thing is that you are doing everything in the comfort of your seat. And then the outdoor viewing platform is a little bit more traditional. The vestibule holds about 4 people out there. So just think of your traditional train coach where you have those 2 doors on either side, and that is actually where you will be boarding. So that is our Silverleaf service in Canada and our Gold Leaf service in Canada. We are going to take a quick look at our itineraries. We have 4 itineraries in Canada for 2026. By far, our most popular is First Passage to the West, and this is going to take you from Vancouver, overnighting in Kamloops, over to Lake Louise, and then down to Banff. And we do have extension packages on this itinerary. This is 2 full days on the train. And when I say full days, I mean full days. You're going to be on the train a good 11 hours, which I know sounds like a long time. Like I said, I was just on board and one of my guests said, oh my gosh, 8 hours on the train. And she said, I cannot believe that it wasn't enough. So the day goes by very, very quickly. Our hosts are entertaining. Just the beauty that you're going through is incredible. And you're going to see topography that is top-notch, just majestic. This is a great shot going into one of our tunnels. You're going to be hugging the Fraser River. You're going to be leaving Vancouver, going through this very arid area, overnighting in Kamloops, heading into those incredible Canadian Rockies and into Lake Louise and Banff, which is absolutely gorgeous. The Fraser River is just this incredible blue color that is same as Lake Louise, right? It's very different from, again, if you've been to Alaska and you've seen that brash ice from the glaciers, this is very similar to that, but it's still a different color. Lake Louise is gorgeous. We have hotel partners there. Of course, the chateau is there. We are partnered with all Fairmont properties. Here's the ladies. We're out in Banff for lunch. They still have me. And then the upper left-hand photo is off the Banff Springs Hotel back balcony. And they just renovated the Banff Springs Hotel. They have a brand new spa in there. It is beautiful. And Banff is a postcard town. If you haven't been there, it is a bucket list item for so many people, and I completely understand why. It is absolutely beautiful. And the transportation, public transportation is easy. All of our hotels are right there. Very easy to navigate. Again, we are partnered with the world famous Banff Springs Hotel, which is a little bit down the road, but we do have transfers. So not to worry about that. Some of our packages do include a day of sightseeing. And again, your advisors at Global Connections can totally set you up on this particular package. I highly encourage you to book the package that does have the sightseeing tour. We will take you around in a private motor coach on your last day in Banff, going over all of the scenic spots, and then we will take you on the gondola up to the top of the mountain, which is incredible. Even if you're afraid of heights, I highly suggest you do this. Just cover your eyes, do what you need to do and get yourself up there because the views are striking. There is a 5-star restaurant up there. There's also a buffet. There's a medium level restaurant. There's shopping. There's educational experiences up there. There's also hikes and tours that you can do. I chose to sit out by the fire pits, as you can see in the lower right-hand corner. And then I took these pictures just off the top of the mountain, getting off the gondola, and that is the Banff Springs Hotel down there. And then part of the tour does include like looking at the Bow River, and we let you out quite a bit to pop around and see everything that Banff has to offer on our way down to Calgary. So that is First Passage to the West. So our second most popular is Journey Through the Clouds, and this is going to take you again eastbound or westbound on all of these itineraries. This is going to take you from Vancouver, overnighting in Kamloops again, and then up into Jasper. And again, we do have extensions that will take you up to Edmonton or Calgary, down to Calgary again through Lake Louise and Banff. But this particular itinerary also equally gorgeous. You're going to be going over bridges like this. You're going to see Mount Robson. This is in the fall, just beautiful. Jasper has a ton of wildlife. Two of the ladies that you saw in the picture that had sort of brought me into their group lived in Jasper. And on their way home, they texted me and said, oh my gosh, we saw like 8 moose, 9 reindeer. And I was on a bus down to Calgary. So Jasper does have a lot to offer. We are also partnered with the Columbia Ice Fields. So we do have some packages that will include the Columbia Ice Fields. If that's something that you are interested in, I'm hoping to do that this summer. I think it would be just incredibly beautiful to see all of that. So Rainforest to Gold Rush is our third itinerary in Canada, and this is actually sunsetting in 2026. So this is our only itinerary with 3 days on the train, right? We're going from Vancouver into Whistler overnighting, into Quesnel overnighting, and then into Jasper. So again, we do have extensions on this, but if this is an itinerary, it is beautiful. You are hugging the river, you're hugging those mountainsides. The whole talk track for our host is about the gold rush. It's very, very beautiful. If that's an itinerary that you're interested in, I highly recommend you getting that booked for 2026. I do know that there is still space because that will be going away for 2027. So also in 2026, because of the World Cup that we are all very familiar with, I live in Kansas City. So we have the Netherlands and gosh, I think Argentina coming in. It's going to be crazy. But we did create Passage to the Peaks because we were unable to embark or disembark out of Vancouver. The hotels were just too expensive. We were not willing to pass that along. So we created an itinerary that really does sort of focus on the beauty of the Canadian Rockies. So either going northbound or southbound, you will go from Banff, Lake Louise, over to Kamloops again, and then up into Jasper. And then you can go over to, we do have extension packages on that. So if the Canadian Edmonton, we'll start you in Calgary, we'll end you in Edmonton, or it can go the other way. And if that's something that you're interested in, you are just in those Canadian Rockies the entire time, just beautiful. There is still some space on that as well. So like I mentioned, we do have hotel partners. When you are traveling with us on Gold Leaf, you will have a few options of a standard room, a superior room, or a premier room, depending on what your budgetary requirements are and what the experience is that you want that to be. The premier rooms, of course, would be our Fairmont properties. We have partnered with Fairmonts in all locations, Vancouver, Calgary, Lake Louise, Banff, and I'm missing one, but we'll go with that for right now. And then Silverleaf will for the most part be in a standard room, but I have to tell you, our hotels love us. They will take very, very good care of you. We are extremely good partners. We use 3, 4, and 5-star hotels, and they will not let you down. The locations won't let you down. If it is a little bit further out of town, we will offer you transfers, and it is just a fantastic experience. This is a great planning guide if you want to partner up with one of your travel advisors here. They can do a breakdown of what every single package is, what every single day is going to look like when you're on the train, when you're touring, when you have a free day. They'll be able to give you options of what to do on that free day. So, and then Circle Journey, we didn't really talk about that today, but that is combining any 2 of our itineraries together. So you have a full 4 to 5 days on the train, which actually that 3rd day really does make a difference. So that is Rocky Mountaineer, and we're going to move into Canyon Spirit, which is our America's Southwest product, which is very exciting. This came to life in 2021, and we have taken a full 3 years to flesh this out. And she is up and running in 2026, full bore, nonstop. We have already exceeded all goals. Domestic travel this year is going to be extremely popular because it is our 250th anniversary. There's also some other factors that I think people will be traveling domestically a lot this year. And this is just a fantastic way for you to see this part of the world. If you have not been to the American Southwest or spent any time there in the national parks, massive year for the national parks. We've got all kinds of packages set up for you guys. And officially in 2026, we either have the opportunity for you to be on the train for 2 full days. And I do need to mention that once you board the train, once your package begins, all your food and drinks are included on the train, your overnight hotels, your pre and post hotels, if you book a package with us. But when you're on the train, all your mocktails, cocktails are included, all your food's included. Again, you are not going to be hungry or thirsty when you're on the train with us. We feed you all day long. So you have the opportunity of either a 2-day or a 3-day rail journey. And the onboard experience is very similar to our Silverleaf. So I'm sure a lot of you can guess why we do not have the bi-level domed coaches in the United States. And that is because our tunnels are not tall enough. So we only have the single level coaches down here, but as you can see, they are very spacious. This was my team on board. There is plenty of leg room. Matter of fact, one of my guests that was on last week, she's a little bit shorter and her feet didn't touch the ground. So the recliners do move, but I'm just letting you know that is how much space that you do have. And again, they are all beautifully designed coaches. We have 2 experiences. So if you want the signature experience, that is very similar to our Silverleaf in Canada. Everything does happen in the comfort of your seat. All of your food is prepared there. Again, everything is very thematic to this part of the world. So your menu items might include empanadas, braised short ribs and mashed potatoes. We've got frittatas. We go through the Colorado peach grove. So we have incorporated all of the peach glazes and peach frittatas, things like that. We've got the wine pairings from the area. Chef Caleb has done a great job of thematically creating and curating all of these incredible menu items and pairings. But as you can see, everything does happen in the comfort of your seat, and you still will be served. The bar cart will come up and down the aisle. We will serve you drinks all day long if that is your desire, mocktails or cocktails. And again, you have that sort of smaller vestibule, the viewing platform that is going to give you space for 4 people to go on out there. But we also created an elevated experience in the America Southwest on Canyon Spirit, and that is our Premier upgrade, which is incredibly popular. It does make a difference. We have retrofitted 2 lounge cars, actually 3 now, and our 3rd one just got onto the consist, so she is traveling with our train. And the lounge cars give you access to just that much more space. So we have 3 lounge cars on board. I'm not sure if you'll have access to 1, 2, or all 3 of them. We just don't like people walking through other people's rail coaches, as you can imagine. But you have your own mixologist in there. You have elevated snacks in there. We have, as you can see, here's one of them. This one's a little bit more traditional. We have top shelf liquors in there. They have a different bar menu in there, mocktails and cocktails. This is our more contemporary car. If you want to go play cards, it's just a great way to get up, walk around, kind of see behind the scenes and get some extra space on the rail coach with us. Again, there is Chef Caleb, but this is a great visual of the menu. So the menu will be in your seats. We still have wine pairings, and you still will have options for breakfast and lunch. Again, very thematically created to sort of fit the environment. But in those lounge cars, we also have what we're calling activations. So on day 1, you might have a whiskey tasting where we have brought in 5 whiskeys from Colorado region, and you will be doing a tasting with our hosts, who will guide you through that on those whiskeys. On day 2, you might have a cheese and honey activation with some canapes. You might have afternoon tea. Just a really good elevated experience when you are in that Premier upgrade. So I highly encourage you to take a look at that. So for today's purposes, we're just going to say you're going to be starting in Denver, and our hotel partners in Denver are amazing. We have the Crawford Hotel, which is located in Union Station. Hotel Indigo is right across the rail tracks. We've got the Raleigh Hotel, it's about a block away, and the Limelight, which I just stayed in, is absolutely beautiful, and that is just around the corner from Union Station, which, by the way, is a massive feat that we finally got approved for 25 to embark and disembark out of Denver Union Station. And it is just a very ceremonial, your hosts are going to welcome you on and off board with a red carpet, picture opportunities. Your hosts will get you all ticketed in the lobby of your hotels where you are staying. So once you leave that hotel, your luggage will be moved from that hotel room to your next hotel room in Glenwood Springs. And once you leave Denver Union Station, again, you're going to sort of crawl out of Denver at a very slow pace. But you're going to sort of go through those arid areas of that part of Colorado, and you're going to experience all of these incredible engineering feats, including the Big Ten curve, which is what the engineers have built to get you up into those grades, those higher grades. And then you're going to go through the Moffett Tunnel, which is a 6-mile long tunnel, takes about 12 minutes, and that will take you over the Continental Divide. And once you leave sort of those more arid areas, as you're just working your way into the Rockies, on the other side of the Moffett Tunnel, you're going to come out in Winter Park. I mean, literally right where the ski runs are. And then you are in just the majesty of all of the Rocky Mountains. And like I said, last week we did have snow, so it was really, really beautiful. And you're going to hug also the Fraser River here, leading you into Glenwood Springs. We like to call this Moon River. The rafters have a very good time saying, giving the train a special hello as we pass them. Hopefully you all know what that means. But it is just so beautiful. And then you're going to be heading into Glenwood Springs and overnighting. This also is a postcard town. If you haven't been here, it is home of North America's largest hot springs. There's also smaller hot springs in Iron Mountain Hot Springs. Doc Holliday is from there, so he's got a special bar. We tend to hang out there quite a bit. But there's a lot to do here, especially in the summer. I highly encourage you to experience the hot springs, but there's also music in the park. Our hotel partners are amazing. Hotel Maxwell is right at this train station, literally right there. Hotel Colorado is across the freeway, so we will transport you to Hotel Colorado. If you have not been there, it's well over 100 years old, and some say it's haunted, but it is just a cool hotel to sort of go in and experience and take a look around. I think we've had several presidents stay there. And then we also are partnered with the Marriott and the Residence Inn, which is a little bit way further down the way. I'm going to say maybe a 15-minute walk. But we do have transfers that will take you back and forth. So leaving Glenwood Springs bright and early the next morning is when you will be going through those very beautiful, lush vineyards and peach groves and everything that we have sourced. You're going to go right through, heading into Moab and those Red Rock Mountains and Ruby Canyon. And the Red Rocks of Moab are absolutely incredible. Moab is a darling little town, very artsy, tons of like local pottery stores, fantastic restaurants. They have a professional food truck park there with like 30 to 40 food trucks with every kind of food you can imagine. And again, our hotel partners there are incredible. I highly encourage you to book some excursions. You're going to roll into Moab around 3:30, and you will have until about 11:30 the next morning. So a lot of our packages will include either a Canyonlands or an Arches national park tour. Again, if you like to get your passport stamped in those national parks, this is the best way to do it. It is absolutely beautiful. But we have partnered with the Moab Adventure Center, and they will book all of your tours and activities. We chose to do the Hummer tour, which was incredible. It takes you up into the mountains. You can either do a sunrise or a sunset, 2 to 3 hours. You will need ibuprofen because you are bouncing and behaving out there on this Hummer, just like that. But it is such an incredible experience. This was our driver, Craig. He said he's been driving these mountains since he was 15. And then he said he was 35. And then we're like, oh my gosh, we're putting our life in his hands. And he was amazing. He knew the history of everything, every plant. He gave us just an incredible tour where we were able to get out and walk around and just see views like this that again you cannot see any other way. So Canyonland's boat night tour also is a great option for you to do. Moab has very low light pollution, so the sky is just on fire. That was the night that I dropped my phone into the Colorado River, and it will live there forever. But the sky did look very much like this, and it was absolutely beautiful. So I can't complain too much. So that third day, taking you into Salt Lake City, like I said, the train will pull out around noon. And again, the topography changes drastically, leaving those red rocks, heading into Salt Lake City. And Salt Lake City is sort of nestled at the base of those mountains there. Our hotel partners there, again, are incredible. The Grand America is just massive. It's like moving into an apartment. Little America is our overflow. We are partnered with the Asher Adams. When we had Reba McEntire on with her whole entourage, that is where they stayed. And then the Hyatt is also a new partner. Again, everything is very locally located, and you will have a fantastic time. And your travel advisors at Global Connections, again, can sort of walk you through what your packages and your days will look like. I highly encourage you to do that third day on the train. It does really, really make a difference. We do have some feature packages. We're going to go through super quick, just this one, which is the Mighty 5 Explorer. You can see the hoodoos right there in that image. But this will be 2 days on the train, and then we will take you through an extended version of Zion, Capitol Reef, Arches, Bryce, and Canyonlands. So if the national parks is something that you love to go hiking, you're adventurous, this is a fantastic package for you. There's another visual of what that looks like. And then we will take you down into Las Vegas, where you will fly home from there. So we do have some promotions going on for 2026. We have $350 off per couple in Silverleaf, and then we also have $500 off per couple in Goldleaf. And we have a Canyon Spirit promotion of $250 off per person. Since this is our 250th anniversary, we want to make sure that we get you on board to experience this. It is such an incredible adventure in the America Southwest. And if by chance you have traveled with us before, we know that sometimes we are a one and done, and we would love to have you join us again. So we are offering up to $2,000 off per couple for Rocky Mountaineer, and up to $2,000 off per couple on Canyon Spirit. So you are welcome to try a different itinerary and see what else the train has to offer with some topography. And that is all I have for you. Did we have any questions? Let me see in the chat. And Nancy, I'm not sure how to get you off of mute. There you go.
I did not see any questions until now. How do I get the recording? Global will be sending out the recording by May 22nd, or should be sending out a recording by May 22nd. And then it will also be loaded onto the website under your benefits tab.
Perfect. I see. It looks like was that the only question that we had?
Looks like, do we get to choose the hotel on Canyon?
You do not. We will set you up. The hotels are based on the level of service that you have selected, so either Signature or Premier. And then the overnights in Glenwood Springs and in Moab, you will get those hotels 30 days prior to travel. But again, our hotel partners are so, so good, and they take such good care of you. We have hosts there that welcome you, greet you. We have hosts that see you off the next day. You will have a contact at every hotel. And again, we are a fantastic partner, and they do not want to let us down. So all of our hotels are incredible.
Please call our travel agents at Global Connections. The phone number will be 913-498-0960. You will not be able to use your membership weeks or stars on these tours. but that will be the number to call, 913-498-0960 to speak to a travel agent. It does look like there's some more questions also. Does the train stop throughout the day?
No, it does not. You are on the train. If we stop, it will be because of train traffic. That's the only reason that we do stop.
Group packages or only for members? Um, so travel will be individually based. If you do have a group, then we are more than willing to look at pricing for groups, um, and let you know on that. If you want to take your family and friends with you, you are more than welcome to do that.
One thing I do want to mention on that is if you do have a group of 15 or more, we will offer you private transfers from the train to your hotel and then from the hotel to the train. Not from the airport to the hotel, but from the hotel to the train. So just something to think about if you have 15 or more in your group.
Is solo travel an additional cost?
So we are really encouraging solo travel. The only additional cost for you is that extra space in the hotel room. We do not charge for the train time. So whereas on a cruise, you might be charged 200%. I don't know the exact percentage that ours comes in, but it is not, I don't even think it's 150%. So it's really just that extra hotel space. But we love solo travelers. And like I said, it's very social on board. You will have a great time.
You can take friends with you for pricing. As far as booking through Global and booking through Rocky, is pricing different?
We prefer that you do not book direct. You are going to get a much better benefit booking through your travel advisors at Global. So I highly encourage you to use them because they are very good at their job and we are partners with them. They're fantastic partners with us and they have benefits that you will not get direct.
Is there a site to see pricing and tours?
Do you want me to answer that, Nancy?
You can, yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, you can go on to our website, rockymountaineer.com, just to sort of get an overall view of pricing, and then visit the Moab Adventure Center to see all of the excursions that they have. But the packages really are, it will benefit you to book through Global Connections and not direct, but just to give you sort of a breakdown. And then your advisors at Global will also be able to send you over a proposal and sort of break that down with you and walk you through everything as well. You offer the train back to where the train departs from. It doesn't need to be fancy or hotels. It is a one-way. Unless you decide to do a circle journey with us, it is always going to be one way. So if you start in Vancouver and you end in Calgary, you will fly into Vancouver, fly out of Calgary. We are also, hey, if you want to extend that into a cruise, that would be amazing to either embark or disembark in Vancouver. There's a lot of amazing cruise lines that go out of there just to extend your experience. I think that was the last one, don't you think?
I do not believe I see any more.
I don't either. Well, I am just thrilled that you all joined today. Thank you for your time. And again, your advisors at Global will take very good care of you. And Nancy will reach out to me if there's any additional questions. Happy to help. We just want you guys on board. I know, I will tell you this. I've been doing this for a little over a year now, and I come from the cruise industry. And boy, do I have people seek me out at events to say how amazing their experience was. So I would love to have you on board with us. Do any of the tracks meet up with Amtrak or Via Rail? Ew. We share the same rail. I don't know that we have the same stops. That's a good question, and I can find that out. I think that's it. Are we good?
I think so. Thank
Awesome.
you everyone for joining.
Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone's time. Thanks, Nancy.
Yep, thank you, Kristen.
Bye.
Bye-bye.